Okay, so 1 second. Okay, when you're ready.
When you first look at this picture, what do you see? Easily it looks like a man walking through a house with thousands of little chickens walking around and eating out of feed bins. But when you look into detail, there's more technology in this chicken house than you think of. With long feed and water lines running across the house, heaters descending from the ceiling, and vents on the side of the houses to keep the climate controlled. There's a lot of technology that's inside of these chicken houses that keeps more poultry being produced and putting food on Americans' table. Hello, my name is Justin Gillispie, and today I'll be presenting about the new technology in the American poultry industry. My research question on this topic was, how has new advancements in the American poultry industry changed the way food is produced? First, I want to talk about the importance of this topic. The importance of this topic is that poultry is highly consumed in America and around the world. The United States Department of Agriculture predicted that America would consume 222 pounds of poultry in the year 2018. That sounds like a high number, but when you critically think about it, it's reasonable for how much poultry is consumed by the average American on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis. The United States is the largest poultry producing country in the whole world, and from Mark Montgomery in our stimulus packet, he predicted that in 2030, major areas of our world and America would be urbanized. And this is important because then there's less area to have poultry farms and other farms of other livestock. Food consumption is also increasing on a day-to-day basis, and we have to keep the food production equal or more to compensate with the high food consumption of America and the rest of the world. How new technology is increasing food production. First, we're growing more birds in less time, and that's important because, as seen in the picture before, there's thousands of birds in one house. And poultry farms usually consist of 4 to 6 houses with 20,000 birds in total, approximately about 2,000 to 4,000 per house. This helps because the new technology is taking stress off the farmer and the rest of the family, and the farmer can rely on the new technology to help grow the birds and control things like climate, feed, and water. Disease is also very relevant in a house, and when one bird gets contaminated with a specific disease, it is easily spread to the rest of the house and can spread to other houses, which just declines the production as a whole. Big Dutchman, which is a popular poultry technology industry, created the DOL3 sensor, and this regulates ammonia in a house. And ammonia is a disease that is highly relevant in hen laying houses that eggs are produced in. There is cons to using this new technology. Margaret Thatcher stated in her address to the United Nations that change, as viewed by Americans or people, is not looked great upon, and people are scared of change. So many farmers don't want to leave their traditional ways of farming and don't want to go to the new technology. Traditional methods consist of more hands-on and having more behavior and interaction with the birds. And with this new technology, when it can regulate and have automated times, then there's decrease in hands-on activity and such as stuff like that. Money is also a big factor in the new technology. Finances, after you pay hundreds of thousands or almost $1 million to start this poultry industry, using new technology can also be looked down upon because you're just pouring more money into a subject and you don't really know that much about it. Technology can also break, and when that happens, it can be a major setback in the house and on the farm, and that can cost more money as well. There are pros of using this new technology. There's one advancement made called the Chicken Boy, which keeps track of all aspects of the farm when it comes to feed, water, climate, and disease. This one device is a sensor that is put in the house and can regulate and automatically send a report to a computer, which lets the farmer know if there's any problems or if the house is doing what is expected to do. But there's less manual labor is also put into the house when you have new technology. It's not as hard to grow the chickens anymore, and now it raises production because you can grow more in a less amount of time. My solution to this is that using the new technology can help prevent disease and prevent manual labor. Many farmers are traditional, want to keep the manual labor there, but that can slow down food production, which is obviously something that America and the rest of the world needs when food consumption is constantly increasing. The new technology can also keep track of aspects that have never been kept track of before, and such as disease, when it can almost be a blind attack and just wipe out many chickens at once. Now farmers can keep track of the disease and be able to stay on top of it so this problem doesn't happen any longer. Also, I think that the farmers should be given a choice to if they want to use this new technology or not. In many cases, the technology is just given to them or put in their houses and they are not educated on the topic. So I think since chicken houses are commonly used in contract growers with the company and the farmer, a good relationship needs to be kept between the two. That way food production stays increasing. Although with all solutions there are limitations, and the first major limitation is financial cost. Many farmers don't want to put more money into a certain subject when they don't know much about it and are not educated. Farmers will also want to be more traditional. In some cases they've been growing poultry for more than 20 years and they don't want to step away from their traditional methods and rely on new technology that a company is making them use. In conclusion, I think that the new technology will be very beneficial, not just to poultry industry, but the rest of the American agriculture industry, and will help provide food for many Americans and the rest of the world. Thank you for your time.
All right. How valid and reliable are the sources you used, and how do you know?
The most valuable and source that I used was, there's a source about a convention called the Poultry Tech Summit that took place in 2016. And this was a convention that brought many poultry manufacturers and farmers in one place, and they talked about these new technology and how it could affect the poultry industry and if it would be beneficial. And that helped me come to my solution, and also helped me come to my limitations when I saw what the technology consisted of and how much it would cost.
Okay. What might be some of the real-world implications or consequences of your findings, and how would it affect your community?
The first thing I think about when it comes to real-world problems is other industries of agriculture have seen it, where pollution can be made and can hurt communities that are close to the large poultry farm. And with new technology and bigger houses and more birds in one small and specific area, it could pollute other areas around them. But I think new technology can also keep an eye on pollution, so that way it doesn't hurt the communities around them.
All right. Thank you.